room.
Come here, my baby. Come here, my
You will never see the light of day again. I promise.
Yes. Come here. Gorgeous. Hi, gorgeous. Now Nick can move to his spot.
I'm in the video.
What?
I'm in the video.
I'm aware you're in the video.
Yeah, but you talk really quiet, so get up there.
She's got you there. You are.
already proved that they can hear me back here.
And I listened to it from home when you were back there, and I could barely hear you.
I see. Here we go.
So get up there.
Yeah.
Really? Here's gonna be a versus Necro versus Kitten.
I'm gonna have to side with Kitten on this one. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again. The Monsters of Gaming. I'm KaijuK, and with me here is TheKittenOfDoom.
Hi, get in your fucking spot.
And Necro Nick.
Yeah.
Really?
Hi.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
I will drag your ass across the floor.
We're having a slight difficulty here. So,
Get in your spot!
give us 2 seconds while they're deciding on how to do this.
Ew.
That's it. Sorry, Cody. You're going.
Oh no. Oh, jeez. Cheese and crackers.
Oh.
Can you see him? Okay. Alright. We're good now.
Oh, are we? Are we really?
Yep.
Alright, if you say so.
Can you actually see me?
Oh,
you son of a bitch! You fucking dog! You little chart! Look!
Well, that's what happens.
wow.
Oh, my stomach!
I think we need subtitles for this one because Nick's not even making conversation right now. He's just. Good evening and welcome to this just thrown together real quick live streaming event.
Kill me!
I'm KaijuK. In the background, screaming in pain is Necro Nick.
Hello.
We have the TheKittenOfDoom giggling off to the side,
Hi.
and we're just spitballing one. We're gonna make this one where we have topics over, this versus that. It's not gonna be anything big. It's not gonna be anything huge.
I'm sorry.
The heck just my ears.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay.
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get the chat up.
Trying to get the okay. Just out of nowhere, I just hear screaming as if a million people died in the background. I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I'm sure everyone's cool with it. You cool there, Necro?
Yep.
All right, we all cool. All right. So, this is just going to be a random one, folks. So get ready for it. We're going to do the night of verses. In this verses, we're going to be talking about things that one group of us may enjoy more than another group of us may enjoy. For instance, I have a real love of, say, I don't know, Pizza Hut pizza, while a certain one of us does not. So, with that in mind, let's get this started. So, there are a lot of pizza delivery companies around here, and there's a lot of pizza places. I know there's Papa John's, which is a random one. We don't have one around here. We used to have, in the town, we used to have a place called King's Pizza that used to be #1. There's Dino's Pizza, but Vesuvio's. But the big two competitors around the entire United States, America, are Pizza Hut versus Domino's. So, just to get a thought process going here. Seeing as you're the odd female out, would you care to put your side first, or would you like to be second? I'll allow you to choose the debate.
I'll go second.
All right.
I'm better on the defense.
She's good with that defense. Ooh. And then they just look at each other menacingly. But so anyways,
Oh, really?
gotta get you in here too. So it's too late. Can't go anywhere.
Face reveal this up. You
Yeah.
are required.
So she's not required. She's just capable of. So
Fine.
the reason I like Pizza Hut a lot more than Domino's is, well, the first off is if you don't feel like having the pizza delivered to you, you can actually go sit down at a fairly nice restaurant. I mean, it's got pretty good, quality stuff.
Yeah.
good drinks. They're brought to you in those big old pitchers, like you're actually drinking beer. You can order beer in some states. I don't think it's in every state. They have a lot of different sauces that they can throw on the pizza, like the hearty marinara, which is one of my favorites. They got a lot of different crust toppers, and they got a lot of different appetizers and stuff like that. I always liked it. I will say this, though, 2 negatives about them. One, not every Pizza Hut delivers. It's only certain ones. Luckily for us here in Hazelton, we have one that delivers.
Finally.
And 2, the online service for Pizza Hut is not as good as Domino's, because where Domino's you can actually build up points so you can get free stuff. You can get free pizza. So that's it. But other than that, I say freaking Pizza Hut just stomps Domino's. Nick, you want to add anything else?
I mean, their restaurant atmosphere is pretty nice as well. I've never met too many grumpy people there, so that's a bonus.
That's surprising.
That's surprising.
Mm-hmm. And personally, I think it's just better all around.
All right. Well, now that we've had our 2 slabs of pizza on the field, let's have Kitten bring in her own delivery, not DiGiorno. Kitten.
Okay, so the reason that I like Domino's better is convenience for me. I find that their website is very high functioning. You can do whatever the heck you want on there. You can build whatever you want. If you feel like having a Hawaiian pizza slapped together with a Philly cheesesteak, you can have it.
Well,
you can have it your way.
Do.
Wrong one.
Which one was who's
Burger King?
Oh, jeez, yeah. Have you seen their new shakes? Did you see the new shake they have there?
No.
Tell her.
Lucky Charms.
They have Lucky Charms shakes.
We have to go to Burger King.
All right, well.
Once one of us has money, yes.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we got shakes on the way.
Okay.
Juggernaut says, "Good evening, good evening, Juggernaut. How you doing? We're just throwing together a live stream. There's nothing really going on here. So, Kittens, that was Kitten's idea for the first.
There was more.
Oh, sorry. I thought you stopped. Oh,
No.
that's right. Sorry, that was me. I interrupted you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay. So besides their website, I also like the fact that there's delivery no matter what. You don't have to question, oh, is this Domino's going to deliver to me? They all do. It's their thing. Pizza Hut, as Necro always likes to say, has great customer service people, putting it nicely. They suck. Every experience I've had at Pizza Hut, they were nasty. They never refilled your drink on time. Your food was always cold when it came out. It fucking sucks. I hate Pizza Hut. They can burn.
Wow, that just went down a dark path quick.
Fuck you and your fucking roll.
And Jared, it was not McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
It's McDonald's.
And right, and having it your way was Burger King.
Yes.
All right. Well, I see we have a clash here, so folks, put down in the comments below if you're watching this afterwards or in the live chat, which you prefer, Domino's or Pizza Hut. Now, Kitten had the idea for that versus, so let's slap it over to Necro. Necro, throw us a versus.
I'm gonna go with the whole Coke versus Pepsi.
Coke versus Pepsi. All right.
The lifelong struggle.
Well, seeing as I don't drink soda anymore, I will tell you that I was a huge Coca-Cola and a huge Pepsi drinker. But if I were going to pick one, I'd say Pepsi.
I'm a Coke fan.
Kitten?
Okay, honestly, I like neither. I like RC Cola.
Well, yes, and I prefer Jolt Cola, but we have to pick between the two.
Right. So, picking between the two, I have to go with Pepsi because Coke, after so many years of drinking it, just makes me sick every time I drink it, and it sucks. It feels like my stomach is just turning inside out, and as much as I love the sweet, sugary taste, I just can't do it anymore. So, Coke, I'm sorry I'm breaking up with you.
Oh, poor Coke. Coke's going down. Well, Necro, since you're the odd man out, you get to choose. Are you going to be defending or being the offensive one? Well, you're always offensive. What?
I'll defend.
All right, well, let's go with me. First of all, I always thought that Pepsi commercials were just 100% better. Coke commercials didn't have the same wow, you know? Pepsi also owns a lot of companies that I like. I mean, I think Pepsi's Mountain Dew as well? I mean, they hold a lot of different companies under their belt.
Gatorade.
Gatorade, yeah. I'm a big Gatorade drinker. The jingles were always cool, but my favorite thing about Pepsi, and it's going to sound weird, a Coke fan liking Mountain Dew, a Pepsi product. Who's the Coke fan? I said I was a Pepsi fan.
Nick.
The big thing though, and okay, this is the weirdest thing you're going to hear from me in a while. I know that's surprising, but flat, stale Pepsi is still really tasty.
Yeah,
Flat, stale Coke is just
horrible.
Oh, it's disgusting. And warm Pepsi versus warm Coke, the sugar in the Pepsi still makes it just taste that much better. Plus, Pepsi didn't use fucking drugs to get people hooked on it. Coke. Kit, would you like to add anything else to this?
No, I think you just about covered it.
Woo! Alright! Necro, defense, go.
Yo, my soda can make me speed. Fuck this. I'm out.
Yeah, and it also has been proven to not only paint thin cars, but there was recently an experiment shown on Facebook from some site. I honestly can't remember. I'll look it up later and put it in there. But it showed a jar of stomach acid, and then they poured a can of Coke on top of it. You know what happened to the stomach acid from the Coke? It hardened.
Oh.
It fucking hardened.
Oh.
Into a black, tarry substance.
Oh.
That's what happens inside your stomach when you drink Coke.
I don't drink Coke. I just liked it better. My mom always bought it. That was it. That's the reason.
Okay.
I was never brought up on Pepsi, so...
Okay.
I got one for you guys. And this isn't a shot or anything about what happened another night. But honestly, I need to hear the offense versus the defense on this one.
Okay.
So since it's my turn, Kitten,
Yeah.
Necro, dogs versus cats, go.
Cats.
Dog.
Dogs. Oh, Kitten, okay. Now, do you want to be the... Do you want to
It's in my name. Like, come on.
Hey, I'm just saying, do you want to defend this, or do you want to be the offensive here? Because
I'm going to defend it.
you're going to defend it? All right, let's go.
Okay.
Necro, do you want to start this one up? Or
You could.
All right, I'll start this one up. Do I need to go any further, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when I say man's best friend? Woman's best friend, too. They just couldn't fit it on the page. Dogs are loyal. Dogs love you regardless of what anything is. They know when you're feeling bad. They won't leave you alone. The other day I was just crying. We were going to lose power. I was actually on the ground crying and shaking. I didn't tell you guys this, but I was like I had a breakdown. And for like an hour I just laid there crying. And Cody would not leave me alone. He was licking me. He was nuzzling me. He knew something was wrong. Service dogs are all over, and they're for the veterans of the United States of America, which I salute being one. You don't hear about a service cat, but you hear about service dogs. Not to mention, dogs. They're just so stupid sometimes you can't help but laugh at them. Necro. Dogs.
Well, let's put it this way. If I want an animal, I want one that's actually going to bring back stuff. Not, dead rats.
So you want a slave?
Well, no, but,
Hey, wait. Before you go on this, I have to say something. Cats will bring stuff back.
Yeah,
They'll bring dead mice, they'll bring back dead birds, they bring you presents and trophies. I just had to defend cats for one second.
But if you throw a toy or, expect to play with a cat, it'll freaking rob you.
Jared says he prefers cats as over dogs, but both have their merits.
And second off, dogs don't steal your souls.
Now, just to throw a little bit of defense into the cats area for a second, though, you don't hear a lot about dogs being worshipped.
Touche.
But cats have been worshipped in Asian cultures and in Egyptian cultures. And wait, I want to say Viking cultures too, or Scandinavian, something like that, where they were like defenders. Scandinavian, where they were known as defenders of the house. Dogs are your hunting buddies. Dogs are your faithful companions. But cats were worshipped, so I got to give them merits where they belong. All right, folks. Once again, down in the description below, unless you're, of course, part of this, just put down anything we're talking about. Do you prefer Domino's over Pizza Hut? Do you prefer Coke over Pepsi? Vice versa? Or do you prefer dogs over cats? Just put in the answers below. Okay, Kitten, we've thrown a lot at you, and I threw a little bit of defense. Time for you to go home, Kitten of Doom.
Okay, easy.
Well, by the way, first of all, I have to say this much. You cannot use yourself as an example. Just because you have Kitten of Doom in your name does not mean you can use that as defense. Go.
Okay. So, well, you did bring my first line of defense up, that cats were worshipped in many cultures. That's a known fact.
Right.
Going along with that, think about how many times you've seen on Facebook people's names are so-and-so cat last name. Or they put some working of cat in their name. I can name right now 5 people on my Facebook that have some variation of cat in their name.
Well, just to throw a defense out there, how many times do you see wolf in somebody's name, though?
True.
So.
But wolf is a subsection of dog. Cat is cat.
I sense a bit of saucy anger coming from you all of a sudden. Cat is cat! You know where it's at! Cat is cat!
And wolf is what they make noises.
Cat is just tack backwards. But dog is God backwards. How about that?
Continuing with my defense. Yes, okay, cats may not be the most lovable, friendly creatures. They are highly independent, which makes them great for people who don't have a lot of time, who don't have a big apartment, who kind of need something a little more toned down.
You get a fish or a hamster.
Okay. Let me rephrase. They want something
Pet rock, perhaps.
that can show them affection at times when they want to. Anyway.
Tamagotchi.
I hate you.
So, okay.
Please go. Keep going.
No hat.
Keep going.
They're adorable as hell. Especially the little ones that have like the little nubby legs.
Oh,
They're so cute.
what are they called? The
Dwarf cats.
Are they called dwarf cats?
And then the Scottish fold with the little flip down ears.
Those are the only cats I will allow in this house. The Scottish box fold.
Yes. They're so cute. And cats are always doing ridiculous shit. I mean, how many times do you see a cat just like staring at something random on the wall and then just goes head first into it without a care in the world?
I've seen plenty of those videos. Cody. I've seen Cody do that too, though.
Well, I mean, look at him. He's like a mini cat.
He's a dog.
He's a doggable.
He's a dog.
Alright, well.
They also can be very loyal, and they can actually help you with depression as well. Cats can meditate with you, which is fucking awesome. How many dogs can you say will sit still for that long and just meditate with your chi and help you bring resolution and better energy to yourself?
Actually, saying you said that, Mark sent me a video of him going to a class called Meditation with Dogs in California, where there's an entire studio full of dogs that sit across from you and meditate with you.
Okay, I've never seen that.
There's like 40 dogs in this place, and they all go up and line up with somebody, and they just sit there.
Okay.
So, I mean, just throwing it out there. Cats can meditate, though. Cats can also ruin your life.
So can dogs.
I've seen plenty of videos where a cat has tripped a human.
And I've seen plenty of videos where cats have saved humans.
I've seen a lot of videos where dogs have saved humans. In fact, I've seen dogs that are designed to rescue humans.
And going back to your point about how you don't see or hear about service cats, that's because it's not as mainstream as service dogs. They are out there. It's just not as mainstream.
Right. Well, to be on your side with that though, cats only get to a certain size.
Well, yeah.
You don't get cats the size of German Shepherds who can help pull you out of a fire or something like that. So I mean, that is kind of against them.
That's more for people with psychological and emotional problems.
Which is why I brought up the VA office.
Yeah.
Because service dogs are the big thing.
Right. But that's because they're more equipped to handle physical ailments.
Jared says cats may not be the most lovable. Watch Necro and Kitten and Doom play Borderlands 2.
I am very lovely.
All right. Well, defense against defense. So, folks, put down the bottom. Cats versus dogs. Which is your preference?
Get them.
It's now your turn. What kind of verse do you want to throw in next?
Okay. Video games versus board games.
Oh, really? Oh, that's...
Yep, I went there.
Now, I can't just say, like, video games and be like monopolies on video games, right?
No.
That doesn't count. Damn it! Okay.
But they are.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about old school board games that were turned into video games.
All right. So I'm gonna be the first one to throw this down and say, as a proud member and a modder myself, I'm gonna have to stick with video games. Necro.
Video games.
Board games.
All right. Whoa, we got fire spitting now, folks. We have
I feel like I'm the odd man out in all of these scenarios.
Well, there was that one where Nick was the odd man out. So far, I'm the only one who hasn't been the odd man out. I've been on somebody's team each time so far. We gotta stop that. We need to get something going there. I'm not on your team. All right. Well, defense or offense, Kitten?
Offense. I'll lead.
All right.
All right. So.
Hang on. I gotta ask you a question real quick. I might have to change my answer. Hang on.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Gotta change my answer, folks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to go with board games. I'm sorry. There's a real big reason why, though. Please go, Kitten. Please start.
Okay. So the reason that I like board games better is because it reminds me of the good old days where people actually socialized with each other. I mean, yes, okay. Modern video games, they've made it possible where you can socialize with everybody, you know, via online.
World of Warcraft.
Wow!
Just saying, you want to talk about
Let me finish my point.
Sorry.
Where you can socialize with people, not just about, you know, what the latest games are, what your stats are, what's going on. Board games are put, well, I can't say were put in place for this reason, but this is my feeling on it. Board games were made so that way it could bring families together to actually be around each other, share stories from the past, to give you something else to occupy yourself with while you're bonding. I don't know if I explained that.
Hold up a second.
Uh-oh.
What family did you grow up?
We're a different breed. But if you think about it, how many times did I pull out a board game and we actually sat and talked to each other? Yeah, Monopoly may have destroyed us, but it made us closer. And it also teaches conflict resolution. It teaches
strangling.
It teaches social interaction.
Yeah, knife throwing.
Teaches handheld coordination.
Yeah, definitely knife throwing.
I hate you so much. But anyway, I just like the nostalgia. I don't know. I've always been a big fan of board games. I mean, you can ask Necro. He used to come out, you know, over my grandparents, and we'd all have our little various handheld systems to play, or I had my Sega up in my room. But I would always pull out a board game, and that's what we would play.
All right. Well, now I'll throw my defense about board games out there. Board games have been around a lot longer than video games have. Don't get me started on socializing, though, because me and my family, we used to spend our time on... Board games were a way to let families come together and a way to let families see each other's day was. I agreed it was nostalgic. Good going, Jug. Now, with my family, though, we actually sat around and talked around a video game console, though. Unless we were bringing out Risk, which my dad destroyed everybody in, or Monopoly, which we lost so many family and friends with that. But the main reason I have to defend it, and it pains me that I actually have to say board games over video games because I'm a huge gamer, but the main reason is because of one thing and one thing only: Dungeons and Dragons. A game so powerful that there isn't a system out there that could run its ass.
No.
A game
the system is right here.
Yep. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination.
100%.
The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console on the planet, the imagination. The game run by the most powerful console a game that has so many variations, so many replayabilities, so many changes, that one game could be run 4 times and get 4 different answers. Don't get me wrong, I like games. But if I had to choose between playing video games for the rest of my life and never touching D&D again, or vice versa, this channel would have one less Modernster. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, Necro, you're kind of the odd man out this time again, so...
Okay.
And you got a sleeping dog on your lap, so...
Well, I mean, I chose video games because in newer age people...
In newer age people.
Modern age.
Yeah, modern age. Families ain't like they used to be.
And that's because of technology.
Yes and no. It's also because within time, our people that are bringing up children now were not disciplined like we were. That's not all about technology. That's about how the parents raised them.
Yo. We ain't talking about parental things here. We're not getting into that subject.
But it does deal with video games as well.
We're asking what is your chosen system and why.
Well, video games is.
Okay, well, okay.
And that's because it does bring people together when their families are not there. It's kind of hard to play a board game with a broken family.
Ooh. I cannot... Ah, wow. Yeah, can't defend against that. Can't defend against that.
But then you have a whole gaming family out there that you can talk to.
And I will give you that. I do agree with that. But there's just something about the actual physical fact of being in the same room as somebody and being able to interact with them on that level.
I don't disagree with that.
Plus, you got a shit ton of keyboard warriors out there.
I don't disagree with that fact.
I'm just saying that after what Necro said, it's kind of like... I wanted to defend against it, but at that same point, it's like, anything I try to say now is just going to make me seem like a complete asshole, so I got to just wait this ocean out.
But, as I said...
No, I can see your point.
And that's why I think video games is better, because it does give more variety to everyone.
Another thing I have to give the video games is that where a board game is great for your family, a video game can actually help you meet new people. You can make new friends through a video game, through online, that you may never have done with a board game. However, I still have to say this much. A board game is going to be there. Doesn't require batteries, doesn't require electricity, doesn't require any of that stuff. And you can just drop it down. You can play like Candlelight. Just to throw a story out there, I know
we've done that.
we for my 21st birthday, I was here in PA, and a big old ice storm came out of nowhere, took out all the power on my birthday, just shut the power down in the city. My father was out front in a t-shirt and shorts with our grill cooking up spaghetti. We then went inside and we were playing Monopoly by candlelight. Alright, well, now that we've got that down, put down the bomb, folks. Which do you prefer? Video games? Board games? Necro, what's the next verse, brother?
It's kind of difficult to think of them on the fly.
I got like 6 more. I'm thinking about them while we're talking.
Well, see, I forget because I get passionate about the topic, but then, like, as soon as you give me a couple minutes of dead space, then I remember it. I'm like, oh yeah, that.
Well, I got one that might make me the odd man out, so don't worry, I got one.
Probably.
Can it go nature or city?
Nature.
Nature.
We can all agree and talk about...
As far as living in it?
Yeah, like, would you
like
rather...
country versus city?
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say. Would you rather live in a country or in a city?
Oh, country. All the way.
Alright. Well, I got my main reasons. Everybody else?
Yeah, I got mine.
Who wants to strike this one up first? Nick, we'll start with you.
Okay. Well, with the country, you have pretty much your own land to live off of. Meaning hunting's free for you. You could have fireplaces that are just controlled by wood that can heat your own house, which could also provide a stove for you, like our grandparents do.
Oh, and it smells so good.
Oh, wood cooks, yeah.
Plus, I love being secluded.
Yeah, you do love to be secluded. You love to live off in your own little world, too.
So fun. But I'll leave it on to Kitten.
Okay. So...
We also gotta understand that Kitten grew up mostly out in the country, so...
Which kind of brings me to my first reason, which most of you are going to think I'm extremely weird for. But I like country living because that means there's more grass to cut, and I love the fresh cut grass smell.
Oh, yeah. Fresh cut grass is a delicious smell. You know what else is, though? After, you know how like,
you're going to take it.
Am I? After a long, dry season, that first rain...
You took it.
That's a smell. That's a delicious smell.
I don't know, just waking up, walking outside, feeling the air on your skin, just breathing it all in.
Dew on your toes.
Something magical about it. I don't know. I've always loved the country. I've tried to get out of the country and go live in the city. Never worked. It was too much. I missed it.
You may be able to put the country girl in the city, but you can't take the country out of the girl.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, a funny story was that a few months back, me and Necro decided to go drive Reaper Rose up to... Remember what that city was?
Oh, I forgot.
Slocum, Florence.
It was like an hour or two away. It was...
Oh, I don't know.
It was actually big.
It was a big old city. Anyways, she had to go there because the Walmart up there needed her, and that's where she works. And let me tell you something. Driving through, and it wasn't even a big city, all right? But just driving through that, we felt uncomfortable. We felt lost. We just wanted to get the hell out of there. The country gives you the advantages of not having to worry about a lot. You don't hear a lot about country crimes, because there's not a lot out there. You don't hear a lot about country drug running or anything like that because there's not a lot out there.
Wow.
I mean, there might be country drugs.
Meth vans, you hear a lot of them. Meth campers, actually.
Well, right, but I mean, it's not nearly as bad as it is out here.
No.
The country is just, it feels safer. Necro has it right on the dot. There's hunting you could do a lot of. Fishing, burning on your own land if you want to, in proper conditions.
Spring-fed well.
A spring-fed well. But here's something else. Out in the country, the limits on green energy are not nearly as strict as they are in the city. In the city, you can only have like a windmill up to a certain height. You can only have so many solar panels. You can't have a geothermal well. You can't have any of that. But out in the country, you're not restricted by those kind of things. And people who have heard me talk about it enough say it the same. I love green energy. I love the thought of green energy. Juggernaut says, country, the communing with nature and being able to be self-sustaining, no neighbors. I'll say this much, though. I know it's against the law, but I don't think anyone would ever hold it against you if you had rain barrels out in the country either. Because I don't know what it is, but just fresh rainwater just tastes so much better. I mean, I know it's got chemicals in it, but it just tastes so much better.
We used to put buckets out.
Well, the other day I walked outside with a big old metal container when it was coming down. The one neighbor's like, "Don't let the cops see you do that." I go, "I hand him a drink myself." The big thing that scores me well with country, though, is that, and I'm going to sound like a complete goof when I say this, but the country nights. There is nothing better than the cool breeze, the sound of crickets, the sound of some cicadas, wind whistling through the trees. That's why me and Necro are trying to get out to like mountaintop, trying to get some land out there. All right, so
I do have one negative.
Okay, what's your negative?
Against the country. It absolutely sucks if you are an only child and there are no other kids your age around.
Well, I'll throw one that sucks too. Now
This girl had to deal with that.
What do you mean? We came over all the time.
Barely.
Yeah, okay, that was because of Eric's.
Hey, you had Zach right up the road.
He was 5 years older than me and didn't pay attention to me until my grandmother forced him to.
All right. We're going too far into nostalgia now. The big thing I have against country life, though, is the distance away from any conveniences. That's the flaw. Like, if you need to go out and get medicine,
yeah,
you're not you're not like us. You're not like 3 minutes away from us.
No, that's a 20-minute drive into the city.
Right, and then, if you need to go to a Walmart, that's like 40 minutes away. You don't got to worry about that. So I mean, there are the negatives. Now, if you have somebody, if you depending on where you are, there are those places that have a lot of stuff that can be delivered. But time for me to most likely. Oh, okay. The one where I'm most likely going to be the last man standing, the man about. All right, so my question to you guys for the verses. By the way, folks, down at the bottom, if you want to put down city versus country, your choice. Would you rather watch Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Oh,
I knew it! I knew I could do it! I knew I could do it! YouTube, motherfuckers, and I will be the defender this time.
You want to start?
Walls up!
You can.
Okay.
Wait, you've just activated my ALU card. Alright, fire away there, Netflix, honey.
Okay. So, one of the main reasons I like Netflix is because of the Netflix originals. They come out with a lot of very good series. Most of them don't make it past the first season, unfortunately. What?
A lot of Netflix series.
Series.
Yeah, you said series.
Whatever. I'm a little tongue-tied. Leave me alone.
Giggity. Anyway, keep going.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, most of them don't last past the first season, but they do have a lot of them that do, and they're just amazing. And you wonder...
Archer.
Girl Boss.
Archer wasn't originally a
No?
Netflix series.
I thought. Oh no, you're right. Right, that was that was
FX.
That was FX original. Sorry.
Yeah, but some of them that they come up with, they just hit home. And yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. There's a lot of YouTube videos that are unique and they'll hit home with you, but it's not the same. Because when it's on YouTube, it's another person putting it out there. And you feel really personal about it. When it's on Netflix, you can kind of detach yourself a little bit, but still feel involved. I don't know if that makes sense. Does it? Probably not. Plus also, convenience. You know, you can just sit there and, yeah, never
I
mind.
was gonna say convenience.
Really?
We have an entire Let's Play series on you alone that you can click play on and watch.
That. Forgot about autoplay.
Forgot about that damn autoplay playlist. What about the fact that on YouTube you can actually make your own playlists? So you can watch whatever videos you want in whatever order you want.
Well, Netflix has a watch list.
Yeah, YouTube had it first. I'm just
OMG.
OMG, BBQ.
I don't know. I just like that you can go back and watch older shows too. Like Frasier, Friends. A lot of those are on there. How I Met Your Mother. Love rewatching that. And yeah, you can do it on YouTube, but you have to find clips and bits and pieces here and there. It's not one single stream of everything all at once.
Alright.
I'm turning it over to you now.
Also, you could get more updated movies quicker than you could get on YouTube. At better quality, nonetheless, which is a big issue because I cannot stand watching a horrible quality movie.
You mean a horrible quality movie quality?
Yeah.
Because you watch plenty of horrible movies.
That's just that.
There may be more on Netflix, but how many original creators are on there? YouTube allows people to create for others. All right, well, that's Juggernaut's defense. Keep going, though.
Personally, I'd rather it because you know what you're getting every time you watch. You're getting good quality, no matter what. And if you're watching one of their actual series, like one of the Netflix originals, I mean, come on, Daredevil put it on spot. No other TV show that I've watched can live up to that.
Are you done?
Yep.
All right. Well, now that I'm looking at my wall and seeing it's still standing, it's time for me to start firing back. Let's talk about original series here.
Okay.
Okay? You mentioned a couple of them. But how many of them have 24, 25, 26 seasons to them? I can name a couple of them to you. Red versus Blue. That's a good one. The Nerf Warriors. They're great to watch if you ever get a few spare minutes. And look at the cost of Netflix opposed to YouTube. Well, you also got to look at the fact, Juggernaut, that there's also YouTube Red, which does cost. Which is what I was also going to get at. YouTube also has YouTube Red, which is nothing but original series being done on the highest quality. However, as Juggernaut had put it previously, it's not big filmmaking companies that are doing it. It's not huge conglomerates that are doing it. It's people. That's the thing about YouTube. Netflix has a couple videos. And I know what you're saying, they've got more than a couple. But you can't stack it up against how many YouTube has on it. Also, YouTube has a lot of quality videos on it. A lot of things like how to build a shelter, how to build your house, how to help with a love life, how to destroy a love life.
That's also stuff you can find on Google.
Well,
Wiki how.
We're not talking about those. We're just fighting between those two. YouTube has the advantage of it being a place where you do not need millions of dollars to make some. And yes, the quality may not be that good. I showed Nick Cardboard Warfare the one day. That's quality. It's not Netflix quality, but it was a good flick.
Yeah.
There's long series out there that have existed for longs of times. There's plenty of videos, and the best part is, if you don't like a particular video and you stop watching it, it's not counting against how much money you had to spend that month. You know, if you have to spend, I don't know how much Netflix costs. It's probably like $4 a month or something like that, right? Like
$10.
$10 a month? Okay. Still, you know, Netflix has a lot of good things on it, but Hulu does too. But we're not talking about that. The biggest advantage I think YouTube has is the fact that while there are a lot of serious series you can watch on Netflix, and there are a lot of darker series you can watch on Netflix, which seems to be where they're aiming for right now. That seems to be their big thing nowadays.
And also the Sundance films. There's a lot of those on there, which I like. Please tell me you know what Sundance is.
I do. I'm just trying to breathe in deeply. Anyway, Sundance films are originally created films by people that are aspiring artists in that film. However, YouTube actually runs its own Sundance Film Festival 3 times a year.
Did not know that.
Yes, actually, it happens 3 times, or maybe it's 4 times a year. It might be once for each season, where original creators get together and then create their own videos. I mean, once again, you're not going to get the same quality that some of these videos get. But when it comes down to it, YouTube has the quality, it's got quantity, it's free, and if you want to look up anything, type it in. Just type it in. I typed in superhero kittens the other day. Guess what I found? A 3-part series on kittens that are just walking around with capes on, with other kittens with weird helmets on, and somebody's using lasers to have them fight things.
You know, for a dog person, he sure looks up cats a lot.
Hey, you can't find funny puppy videos like you can find funny kitty videos. I'm sorry. It's something I could use to defend the cat argument. Alright, so now that I've alienated myself and now that each one of us has been alone for at least one, and seeing as we still have about 15 minutes left, Kitten, how about another versus?
Let's go with air conditioning over a fan.
Okay, before we go into that, are we counting in cars or simply house?
Well,
because that's a deal breaker right there.
I mean, if we're talking about cars, it would be more air conditioning versus fresh air.
Well, yes, but okay, so just house.
Technically, that's what you're getting with the fan.
Oh boy. Okay, so you're basically saying household only. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of got to be on the air conditioner side here, seeing as I currently have one shoved in my window.
AC.
Fan.
Oh, she's a fan of the fans. All right, Kitten, we're prepared. Offensively or defensively? How do you want this murder to go down?
Let's go with the defense.
She's going with the defense. She put a trap card face down and ended her turn. Alright, Necro, let's do up the ACs. Now, ACs are... okay, they're not exactly the best for the environment. I can throw that one out there. Freon's not a good thing to throw out in the environment, but then again, what else is nowadays? I think there's people that say that basically anything that comes out of a house is bad for the environment anymore, so can't even throw that one into the argument. However, nothing, I mean, on a day where it's like 85, 90, 95, 100 outside, you can have that fan blowing on you all you want. You know what you're doing? You're just circulating hot air. It's a tease. It makes you feel like you're cooler. But in all reality, it's just blowing the air past you faster. It's still the same temperature. It might be down a few degrees. However, if you set an AC to turn your room to 68 degrees, that AC will turn your room to 68 degrees or it will die trying. And for a person like me, who absolutely hates heat in every shape and form, other than the heat of a beautiful woman, I just got to say that, you know, an AC is just the way it goes. Call me an ice queen. Ask me if I want to make a snowman. I will be right out there. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. That's my AC department. Necro.
Also, for me, my body temperature actually runs higher than everybody else. It's a medical disease.
So does mine. It's called... oh, man. My brain just stopped, but I know it. Keep going. I'll remember it.
I've had it since I was a kid. Actually, they always thought I had fever. Yay! Go figure.
Oh, extreme iron efficiency syndrome.
So, having that thing in a window at all times beneficiaries me to keep my body colder.
Beneficiaries. Those are the people that get it after he's dead. We're the monsters of gaming.
I'm about to beat you with him.
I didn't even do anything.
He's gonna grab me. He's gonna grab me by my legs and begin swinging me at you.
Apparently.
Yeah. He's gonna need a stool to lift me, though. So now that we've chilled and helped freeze your defense, how about you be ice to us and just side with us?
Nope.
Or you're just gonna be blowing a lot of hot air.
Haha.
I'm cool with it either way.
So many horrible puns.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm anemic. So I'm always
That
freaking
means she's a
cold.
gecko.
It can be 80 degrees outside and I am freezing. I am cold right now. I am freezing cold. I want a hoodie. Like, it's bad.
Just turn around and get the hoodie, man. It's right there. I can see it.
I was making a point. I don't really need it at the moment. I'll survive. Anyway.
I will survive! Nobody else wants to join in? Oh, if you guys, then I don't care.
Copyright strike.
Only if it's for more than 10 seconds.
Anyway.
Where you were going, it would have been.
I am also deathly afraid of an air conditioner falling out of the window. It has been a fear of mine for the longest time. I can't get over it.
Didn't enjoy Home Alone 3, did you?
No. There is 2 air conditioners in my house. Not my choice, by the way. One in my bedroom and one in my living room. The one in the living room doesn't bother me as much because I can turn on the TV, I can turn it up real loud, and I can ignore the fact that it's there for the most part. I still know it's there.
What are you hearing it talking to you? I'm going to jump.
No.
I'm going to jump. Watch it. I'm going to jump. Here we go.
I hear it creaking every time the wind blows.
When the wind blows,
Or every
the
time
AC
that the
will
rain
drop.
comes down on it. I can hear it, and it bugs me because I'm waiting for the second where it just goes boom and done. There's a lot of risk of injury, and I just don't like it. Now the one in my bedroom, on the other hand, that one I cannot ignore. Because that's where I go to sleep. So it's quiet. There's nothing else going on. So I hear the tape slowly ripping. I hear it slowly tilting backwards. Every day, I adjust it a little bit more further in, and I put more duct tape on it.
Okay. Let me throw something at you. Let me throw something at you real quick. I think I see where your issue is. Well, let me ask you something about this. What about an internally designed air conditioning system for your house? One that does not have...
Central air, you mean?
Yes.
I'm fine with central air.
Okay. You just have a problem with the giant air conditioners themselves.
Yes.
All right, so that's what it is. Juggernaut says, running a fan is cheaper than running an air conditioner. He's right, it is, but
That as well.
air conditioning costs about $40 monthly to operate at higher revolutions per minute. The box fan adds just about $4.40 to the monthly bill. Thank you, Buzz Killington!
Yeah,
Plus,
but how much does it produce, cold-wise? No!
It doesn't.
one other thing that I have to point out is with a fan, I can open up my windows at night, and that fan will bring in that smell that I love so much, that sweet country scent.
So this is all nostalgia and fear of a giant block falling out
But
of
see,
window.
if we do that here, we're game.
Yeah, if we don't,
Well,
if
that's here.
I open up my window and let the wind blow in, I don't know
I'm
what.
talking from personal
I
experience.
might die here!
So Juggernaut went through and did all these lookups on how much it costs to run a fan versus an air conditioner.
I see that.
Buzz Killington! It's in the house.
All right, so Necro, I guess we have time for one more. Although I still feel that was definitely a one-sided battle, but
I mean, you could do one of the other big ones.
Like...
Android versus
Oh, yes, let's go with that one.
well, if you guys do that one, I have to step out
What?
because I really don't know anything about them.
Apple sucks. That's all you need to know.
I've heard good things about Apple phones though,
Apple sucks.
and I've heard good things. You see, this is gonna be a lightning round, folks. Kitten versus Necro. That's what it is because let me tell you something, folks.
But I have pros and cons of both sides.
Yeah, well, which would you rather though? That's what we're gonna go down to right now. Which would you rather? And don't say because you're forced to get one. No, say which one you'd rather. have.
Android!
As much as I hate to admit it, for mostly functionality reasons, an Apple. Why? Because it's a hell of a lot easier to copy and paste, first of all. With the Android that I have to freaking hit like 6 buttons to copy and paste. With my Apple phone, one little touch till it highlighted, copy, paste.
That's all I need to do with mine, so you have a crappy Android. Next.
Oh, I'm gonna go downstairs real quick. You guys keep going.
I like the fact that there is some apps on the Apple Store that are not on Google Play. So there's a lot of games that I found on the App Store that when I got my Android phone I tried to find and download and could not, which made me really upset because I had a lot of time invested in them. And now it's just wasted.
Okay. But a lot of the times, for the apps that they do share, they do not get the same updates. Like to throw out Pokemon Go. Apple has actually lost out on a lot of updates that Pokemon Go has come out with because they did not come out for Apple. They only came out for Android.
Pokemon Go had its own updates for Apple.
No, there was specific ones from Nanic that said it was never going to be on Apple. Yes.
Well, that's just messed up.
And there's other games similar to that I've seen that Apple did not get updates for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Fine.
next.
What in the world are you doing?
It's Santa Boom!
Oh, geez, salt for battery.
Sorry.
I like that they're cute and small and compact.
Have you not seen some bigger, newer iPhones?
Nope.
They've actually started getting bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They're trying to compete
You
with
stop
the
pinching
sizes.
Well, size doesn't always matter.
The look on Nick's face all of a
Hey
sudden.
guys, have you said that too?
I gotta blow up the screen. I'm afraid there'll be bloodshed this time. Oh, wow. Oh, the look in Ken's face is rage. This is about to be a freaking wrestling match. Oh, yep, Ken, Necro is down. I repeat, Necro is down. And Cody's attacking him.
It was worth it.
He's screaming. It was
You know what? Somebody said it to you.
Oh!
None. Because I've only ever slept with 2 people.
Oh. The look of pure rage, folks, on Kitten's face. You've seen it firsthand right now. And Jared types in giggity. And Jared types in giggity.
That's it. This argument is over.
Oh no! I'm having fun with this.
No.
Oh my God.
Come on, let's continue.
Vanilla ice cream versus chocolate ice cream. Go.
Neither.
Excuse me?
Neither.
Excuse
I
me?
like strawberry.
Oh, okay. Okay, then fine. For the last bit of this conversation, defend your favorite flavor. I already know what Necro's is.
Vanilla.
Mine's chocolate.
Strawberry.
Yours is strawberry. Alright, we have 5 minutes, so I'm going to give Kitten 60 seconds to defend herself and tell us why strawberry is, in fact, the greatest of all ice creamies. Kitten, go.
Okay. Well, vanilla sucks, chocolate's good sometimes, and strawberry is just also delicious. It's easier to make into a milkshake, I found. Okay, if you go to Perkins and you have their vanilla chocolate and strawberry shakes, their strawberry is the absolute best. Their vanilla tastes like shit. It tastes like they threw a frickin' cube of ice with a little tiny bit of ice cream into a
just watched you
blender.
knock Nick over, I'm sorry.
Into a blender, stirred it up, and threw it in a glass. Chocolate, there's never enough chocolate in it. Strawberry is always perfect, no matter where it's from. End argument.
Alright, well, that's a wonderful argument. Necro, defend vanilla.
Okay, well, vanilla I've always loved. I'm not a big fan of chocolate, and strawberry's okay. I will throw that out there. I
He's a
think
heathen.
there's more versatility that you could do with chocolate or vanilla compared to chocolate or strawberry. It goes better with other things that strawberry and chocolate would not. Like root beer floats. Have you ever had a chocolate?
Yes, and I love them.
Even though you chose vanilla over chocolate when we made them and said that was gross.
No, I've had chocolate before. They're delicious. It's just that they've got to be from the right stuff, though.
You said that was gross, man.
It's got to be the right ice cream, though. You
I'm
can't.
just going by what you said, man.
You're just mad that your plain Jane's gonna lose. That's all.
No.
You got 10 seconds. You want to keep going, or you done?
That's about it.
All right. Well,
You interrupted me, so hey, it's all good.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you needed to go any further with your assault on me.
I was just pointing out something that you said, man. That was it.
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I don't see any strawberry flavored Reese's bars. I don't see any vanilla flavored ones. You know what I do see though? I see chocolate. Because chocolate makes the world go round. Chocolate is an aphrodisiac. Chocolate ice cream is an aphrodisiac. It's the right combination of hot and cold. It's delicious on almost anything. You ever hear of a death by vanilla? You ever hear about a death by strawberry? No, but you know what you hear? Death by chocolate. That's right. Rocky road, huh?
So yeah, it's unhealthy for you. Cool.
Actually, all ice cream's unhealthy for you, but actually I think strawberry might be the healthier of the two. Just because of the strawberries. That's only if they use natural strawberries, though. If they use those damn strawberry preserves or whatever it is, you ain't getting nothing out of that, and vanilla probably beats us all out. But chocolate ice cream is actually the most ordered ice cream in the United States. Conversation is over now.
That's only because there's a lot of girls on their period who want chocolate.
What about the dudes who like chocolate? You think we're on our periods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, going down the line is an attempt to defend some of these. Strawberry is probably the healthiest. And according to rumors, the first ice cream that was made was actually strawberry flavored. Vanilla was actually considered to be a bonding agent. It wasn't actually considered its own flavor due to the fact that it was so bland. So, actually, vanilla ice cream wasn't exactly one of the first ones to come out. It was actually probably one of the later ones. So there's that. And strawberry, once again, made with actual strawberries. Ice cream is probably healthier than the other two combined.
Oh, with that.
Or uncombined, I guess would be the better terminology for it. However, vanilla ice cream does kind of have its advantages. Most ice creams start off as vanilla. They use the same type of extracts, the same type of combination. It's just different stuff added to them. So vanilla is basically the block. It's the Lincoln Log of toys.
You know what our perfect dessert is?
Neapolitan ice cream?
Yes.
Boom, baby!
I just realized that.
And as far as floats go, I've actually had strawberry root beer floats, chocolate root beer floats, and vanilla root beer floats. And with the right ice cream, they're all delicious.
I like strawberry creamsicles. Strawberry ice cream with orange soda in it.
That sounds pretty good. Actually, I'm a big fan of mint chocolate chip, too. I like mint chocolate chip. But, folks, with that series of arguments, chocolate is healthy as long as it's dark chocolate.
No.
Well, actually, he's right. It just depends on which year the people wish to be on. Some years dark chocolate's better for you. Some years dark chocolate's not.
Well, it also depends on the quality and quantity.
That is also
because
true.
the higher percent dark chocolate, the richer it is, which means you can eat less of it.
I'm also not going to try and defend the fact that some places make horrible milkshakes of other flavors. Because, yes, some places just don't add enough chocolate, and some people just put the word vanilla down. But in the end, I think what I have to say is this. I'm hungry for ice cream. You know what I'm really hungry for? A float.
You just had a float.
Huh?
You just had a float.
I had a
A
float?
couple days ago.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm in the mood for, though? I'm in the mood for a float that might have a combination of some type of cereal added to it.
That's a shake.
Shaken, not stirred, a float. I don't care. I'm hungry for it. Let's go, fish! So, from the Modesters to everybody else, thank you for joining us on this just thrown together video. I'm not actually expecting a lot of people to even see this thing, but it's worth it to throw together.
You can blame me for this one.
No. Hey, I'm the one who made up the idea. You guys just agreed on it, all right? So, we'll see you guys. Well, we're going to see you guys tomorrow. Kitten might not be here. She might. I don't know. It depends on how she feels. For another one, Nick just hurled the dog on camera.
Problem.
Anyone who has any problems with Nick violently assaulting the dog, please bring it to us at themodersofgaming@gmail.com. Hashtag Necro Nick is an animal hater.
You could have placed him gently.
So until next time, folks, I'm KaijuK.
I'm Necro Nick.
And I'm the Kitten of Doom.
Do you want to knock him over in his chair once more while we're on camera? You want to wait?
I'll wait.
All right.
Take yours away from me.
And we'll see you guys in the future. Peace out, everybody.
Oh, bitch.
On the bed. I didn't even do anything other than went like this.
You hurt my finger again.
She hit me. I did not hit her.
You poked.
Do I need to stand you two in the corner?